Monday morning, and I'm in the van. I've got no voice again from shouting on the weekend, and unfortunately we lost 4-1. I felt like we were on top first half, and we just give away a stupid goal, and then just didn't happen for us on the day. So changes, and we'll go again Saturday against a team who are like just above us. So it's a 6-pointer, as they say. But I'm on the way to the extension job. We're near the end of this now. We've sold the house, so I'm wanting to go away with Rachael and Anderson because I'm absolutely dying for a holiday. But I can't go whilst this job's at this stage, and it's so difficult. Like, when do you go on holiday? When's a good time to take a week off work? Like, we don't really have weeks in work where I'm like, oh, I've done nothing this week. Every week's like, oh my god, it's like, loads going on. So I'm always a bit hesitant to take holidays, but I have to. And booking the shipment from China. So I'm buying a bigger excavator than the one we've got now because we're hammering it. So I'm getting a 2.8 ton. That means that on a 3.5 ton trailer, the biggest payload you can carry is 2.9 ton is the most I've seen Indispension do one that carries 2.9 ton. So it's if we can get a trailer with 2.8 ton on and then the buckets, so we should be, that's the most we could, that's the biggest digger I can buy that like Ben, me, like Scott, Mick, anyone could rock up and hook it up to the trailer and take it to a job. So that for me is like the perfect size, and if we outgrow that, great, we're on to big things. But for now, like that, that'd be that's the ideal size, I'm thinking. So I'm getting that, and they've said, well, it needs to go in a container. We can't do a part load for this one because it needs a high HQ 40-foot container. Although I don't know why it needs to be 40 foot when she's said that the package is only 4 meters of the 40-foot container. However, I have bought a conveyor from China. I've got the piling rig from China. So I was like, oh well, I'm paying individual postage for these. Why don't I just see if I can get a price for a container, and let's bang it all in together. And then now I'm thinking I might as well fill that container because I'm paying the same shipping either way. So even if I buy some stuff and maybe just sell it while sell it over here. So I'm also getting a concrete crusher, another one, because our one's got the screen deck on that we don't use. So I want one that's lower down, and I want one that's a diesel engine because at the minute I have to wire that one into the main board. So I'm getting one of them, maybe more of them because they're quite cheap, and I could either sell them or rent them. I don't know, but then I think renting goes into a different insurance, and so I don't know if I can be bothered with that. Just get out here, and then I've also got we've got the concrete mixer on the yard, and we've got the piling machine now, and the next stage is obviously pouring the concrete. So I've got a concrete pump, which I thought would have been a lot more dearer than what it is. It's actually quite cheap. So I'm trying to, I can see through my window, but I don't want to put the jets on because then you won't be able to hear me. Let's put it on light. So that's what I've got so far. I've got the excavator, all the buckets, poker, whatever I can get with it. I've got a concrete pump, I've got a conveyor, and a crusher. Now, I'm trying to think if there was anything else I was looking at in China that, like, whilst if I can get one relatively cheap that I can add to this container and just get the value for money's worth. Otherwise, I might open it up to YouTube and see if there's someone looking to buy maybe, like, you know, a small excavator, or I don't know, something that you were thinking, oh, you know, I've never bought from China, I've never gone through the customs, I've never done this. If we've got space, maybe you can add it to our container and, you know, pick it up from the yard once it's all done, and then you've got a bit more trust and a bit more clout, knowing that it's probably more likely going to turn up if it's attached to all these others. Right, plan on the extension job is just, we've got like the odd little bits of wiring to do, and that's finished. So they're the next milestones I've just put in the group to lads. I was like, next milestones I get paid for are electrics first fix, plumbing first fix, and once we've finished insulating, so, and the windows and doors, we need to swap the glass over. So once let's get all them done, so we can get those milestones ticked off, and then we can look at the next one then, which is plasterboard and plaster, and then that's pretty much us done on this job, and then we can move on to the next one. Oh, just seen a wood chipper. That was one thing I was looking at buying. Maybe not now, I'll look into it. So we've got they wanted some extra sockets moving, so sorry. So we're getting one here now that's going to come down to the board, and then we're going to have to change the ring main to get these two on. So now they've gone from having 3 sockets in the room to 2, 4, 5. 6. 7, 9. And I think we've had a little spill in here, but this room's all skimmed. It's nice. Kev skimming the hall. And then the others are in the hallway here. Gonna get that full wall done, and then let's just PVA that one to get that one down. So we're trying to get all these little bits done up here, and Paul is just doing a stud between that. So we wanted to make it as big as possible. However, because the stairs are there, she doesn't want to trip over, so they've asked us to bring it out to there now. And then once we do this, we want to try and get everything up here done, so all this room can get skimmed, and we can move downstairs then. Oh, how good is this gun for this? So we're into obviously the small bedroom, and the lads are getting this ready. So 2 beads on here. Kev's already skimming this wall, and that wall can get done, can it, as well?
Steve's doing that one in a minute.
Steve's doing that one. This big wall's been getting done, nice. So that'll be in here done. All will be done, won't it?
Should be done, yeah.
And then this room.
Did the PVA that walls built where the paper was stuck off? That one there, did you PVA?
No. That'll need PVA in, and then
ASAP PVA.
have we got PVA here?
I've got some, yeah, you can use that.
Let's have a look. So once up there is done, we've just got this hallway wall to do, which is a big one, and then we're into here then. So all those glasses are getting binned. It's mad that, innit? Like, you know, they've got them delivered and it costs them more to come and pick them up and store them and try and reuse them. That can go back to the yard. All this needs tidying up, and I need to get the shower bit in. and the lads are doing the kitchen, so when they finish plastering that today, they can come down the stairs and then they can come in and box all this off. Hey, she wants all the curves gone. Just turn that radio down a sec. She wants the curves gone, so we're going to have to like knock them out. She just wants it square. You know, the where the fireplace and that is.
Or just skimming it.
We'll have to.
How long does this sit since it's there?
Has that been skimmed and then come off?
Just wallpaper.
Yeah, but is that skim? Has it been? It's like wood chip wallpaper, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it comes off easy, we'll just pull it off and then it can all get skimmed, can't it, in one? But get that bit ready first, so when they're done up there, they've got somewhere to
That's all we can do.
get that bit boxed. And then me and Phil will try and tidy up in there and start getting the electrics done so that we can get, when you have done boarding here, hopefully we can start boarding in there.
It's just them lights in there that need sorting, isn't it?
It's done them, yeah.
No, I mean, we can insulate that. And
Ceiling, well, I've got to do the sockets.
insulate the ceiling and start boarding that.
Yeah, I've got to do the sockets, so, but we're going to tidy up, do the sockets, and then that'll be electrics done, and then I can try and do the plumbing for that stud wall. Yeah?
Hi, pal.
I can't believe that's done it again, you know.
Like I say, from the outside, you would, when he said it, I was like, no.
Yeah, Phil's just come and said the windows, the glass is the same as what. So Paul's just swapped these two triangles, and as you can see, they look like clear from here,
Yeah.
but from the outside they're tinted. So it's like, I don't know, I don't get it. Oh, where's the other ones?
Tinted double side, he's put them on the
I put them on the finger already.
Have you lashed them?
Yeah.
So we've got a full lantern of glass there on the tipper. That's mad, isn't it?
That's what I say, I peel all the little blue things off and leave the glass, like which way it's going, that sticker on, because you don't want to ever make that mistake, but...
Well, see what they come back with.
Probably a red window.
And then, yeah, me and Phil have been doing the shower train. So we got that in all connected now, and we've slid a plasterboard. So there's a plasterboard down each side, and then what we'll do is we'll silicone this. So we silicone this. They're going to do whatever they're doing, tiles, and then it'll silicone again. And then Phil's just put that there, look. And then he's going to build a stud wall here now. And we were just trying to measure how big to do the stud wall. Because you want it big enough that it's stopping any splashes coming out. But then wide enough that you can actually get in. Oh! And then we've had a little tidy, haven't we? So the boiler's in now. Well, relocated into the extension. And let's see how they're getting on upstairs, plastering. Oh, sorry. What have we got in here to do? Sockets and that in here now. And then that wall's been skimmed, nice. And this room's nearly done, innit? Sound, innit? On some kitchen then?
Yeah.
Flying?
Happy.
Yeah. How funny they've got like architrave skirting. Right, it's 4:15 and I'm just doing hopefully the final brick run of this extension job, and then I'm going to take the trailer back then, because some of the neighbours were moaning that they like to park on the opposite side of the street, and obviously they haven't been able to do it whilst this trailer's been there while we've been loading. So get this done, and then I can head back, and then I've had some annoying news today regarding the shipments from China that I don't think it's going to be cheaper for me to buy a container or to have a container load of deliveries. It might be cheaper for me to just pay individually to have each one delivered, which sounds stupid, but I'll explain it in a minute when I get in the van. Let's get rid of this. So I'm having a nightmare trying to get this container from China to obviously the yard. However, I've just come to, there's literally this Freightliner is opposite my yard, and I've just been over and there's no one in, so I must have missed everyone. Mum, can I ring you back in a minute?
Yeah.
Oh, not even a bye. But I've just come here hoping to speak to someone to say, look, is there any chance, because they haven't got a number online. It's a bit of a tricky one to get in touch with. I've left a message previously, an email, but I didn't get anything back, to be fair. So yeah, the problem I'm facing at the minute is that I haven't got anywhere to unload at my yard. So, you know, a container, when they come on the back of a wagon, obviously they're like hooked on. You need like a ramp or like an unloading bay where the truck with the container backs up, and then your forklift goes on, like what they've got at Davies Turner in Manchester. So if I haven't got that on my yard, the other one I was thinking was, well, actually, I want to buy a container. So I was thinking, what if I buy the container that they're coming in, and I get like a high-ab delivery that can like lift it off, and then I can do it at my own leisure, sort of thing. So I'm going to email, but I don't know how much the high-abs will lift off. So I know they'll lift obviously the containers off, but will they lift the container off that's full? Or do you need like serious gear like they've got at that Freightliner? I don't know. I mean, ideally if that Freightliner could do it, but I don't know if they've got anywhere there to unload. I guess I've run out of time now. It's I'll have to wait till tomorrow now. So I need to send all the dimensions and stuff, and it might be that I do what's called LCL, which is like part container loads. So it might be cheaper for me to do part container loads than pay for a full container, because this full container malark's looking a bit trickier. So I'm going to price up the part container loads, and then we'll see what a full one is and see. But yeah, it might be that I have to pay to ship it to Felixstowe, pay to have it took to Manchester, and pay for them to unload it all at Manchester, and then either pay for it to be delivered, loaded again onto something else and delivered to my yard, or I just go and pick it up from Manchester. So that's the predicament at the minute. So, but that's the end of Monday, and it's been a good but frustrating day. Frustrating because of that, and then there's a few other bits where I've just been going around, and I've been on that job and I've like stopped stuff going wrong. So hopefully tomorrow is a better day. They have finished plastering upstairs, which is good. Right, that's it. Are we on? We're on. It's 8:30 and I'm eating chocolate. Not the best, is it? I've been to my mum's this morning because she's got a completely flat tyre on her car. So I've been round, pumped it up for her, and then she's going to go and take it to Tom Tully's and Speak, where we take all our vans to. He's a friend of my dad's, and you know, he's always looked after us, always just a nice company. So I'd fully recommend them to anyone who's looking for tyres in Liverpool. And I think he's going to have to order my mum's tyre in, so I'm going to pick my mum up now. And I've been I'm in a frustrated as hell mood this morning, dealing with one manufacturer in China, the one who does the excavators, everyone. Now, normally they've been unbelievable, however they've put me onto this new woman who's like in charge of whatever my order, and she's so frustrating. She's like the least helpful person, and you know, I've found all my dealings with companies in China, Hong Kong, they go like above and beyond it. They put the UK like customer service like to shame. It's mad how like you can ask them for detail and they just go bang, get it, and if they don't, they'll go away and get it, and they'll know someone who does it, and they'll come back, and like all the other manufacturers are all chipping in, trying to help me book my container, and they're all trying to help the other company like make it run smoother. And you're like, in the UK, it's like that's got nothing to do with us. Like, I'm not getting paid for that, so why would I help you? But they've gone from, when I first inquired, they said, right, you need a 40-foot high cube container, which is like X big. And then she was like, you can get your other, I was like, oh, I can get other stuff in that. So I started like ordering the other stuff, and then from day one, from the start, I've said, well, what size is the digger? How big is the excavator like? And like, what's the package going to be like? And she just keeps saying, it'll just be put in the container, like as is, as a digger. And I'm like, okay, that's great for you. However, and that's great for me if I get it to my yard. On my yard, I haven't got an unloading bay. I haven't got a ramp. I haven't got a dock. I haven't got something that I can get my forklift in and lift packages in and out of. So either I've got to rent a ramp for the day, or what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drive around local, there's one over the road, and see if I can get the container delivered there and unload there using one of their ramps or bays straight onto like trailers and tippers, so that we're not causing too much of a nuisance to companies. But whether anyone will let us do that, I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to go right. I'm going to go drop me off now, pick her up, and then we're going to go and have a look, see if we can find somewhere I can unload the container, because I haven't got space at the minute on the yard to, even if I did hire a ramp, and then if I tried to do it on the street, it'd be like all the neighbours would be out with the professional filming equipment. I think some of them have invested in better cameras just to try and capture more footage of the yard. I'm just waiting for someone to get a drone and start getting aerial shots. But hopefully I can get this sorted, because it's a lot cheaper that way. Otherwise every parcel has to be packaged for LCL, which is part container load, and then I have to get it to China, Qingdao in China, to Felixstowe, then Felixstowe to Dartford, Dartford to Manchester. This is on a container, on a lorry, and then the lorry backs up in Manchester, and then they unload it. So they're going to check whether they can even unload, whether they have the forklift in Manchester to unload a 2.8 ton digger. They might not, in which case I'm going to have to find somewhere that does it, because I doubt they'd let me go to Manchester and drive the digger off myself. I think maybe I'm asking a bit too much, so we'll see. We'll eventually get there, but it's just what way. And we've gone from a 40-foot HQ to now a 20-foot standard, so it's just like, you know, just for me asking questions and investigating and, you know, trying to find, obviously I want to pay the least of shipping and divide that shipping by how many packages I've got, so that I'm getting value for money. But this, obviously the company, just all they're bothered about is getting the excavator in and then getting paid and then getting off their site. I've said to them, I cannot unload it my side. Like, you know, I've seen videos where they're doing the excavator and they start it and they drive out the container and they put the digger arm down and they get down, and maybe I can do one of them, but I doubt imagine the neighbours if I was doing that. Driving a digger out the back and putting the arm down off the back of the truck and the container, and then trying to jump it off. Oh, but yeah, like I say, I will get there. It's just, let's go and see if we can find a nice company around Garston with loading bay. Here's the woman who thinks that I'm self-employed. I can just, although I'm repaying you, aren't you, for all the taxis at 4 AM. So we've just come to free, what are they called? Are you in a rush to go and meet all your friends in the park? Transport and Warehousing Limited, 3TL Limited, and I'll show you now. I was driving past. One sec. Stop eating the chocolate, you. That's our feet. I was picking up some gas one day here from Express Gas, which is literally next door to these. And I know that they've got loads of those ramps that go to the back of containers. So when I seen those, I thought, oh, let's go there and ask them. And I wasn't expecting them to be that accommodating with you. I mean, I haven't got the price yet. They might turn around and say something absolutely, ridiculous. But she was the owner we actually spoke to then. But you can see the ramps I'm on about here now. So that is what I need straight in front of us. This big red ramp that will the van will reverse up to that. And then they'll get the trailers, and then I can drive the digger out then. So I can go back to the company in China now and say, look, it's fine, stick it all in the container and I'll unload it at this address. So it's just whether I get a 20-foot container or a 40-foot, which they're just going to send me the price difference now. So if I don't fill a 40-foot, so there's a 20-foot one.
That looks down.
And then they do one, obviously, the full length of the trailer, yeah. And then they do a 45-foot, which is like even bigger, but won't need that. So yeah, good news. And maybe which way was it? It's one-way system, isn't it?
Keep going.
Maybe people in Garston are as helpful as the manufacturers in China. So have you been to it already?
Yeah, I've been up to all the stuff applying now.
Is it simple enough? I think I vaguely remember the bathroom because I think we fitted a new sink and toilet.
Yeah, it's not too bad. There's a few obstacles, but yeah, it'll be fine.
Are you just gonna ply round it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then vinyl round it.
Yeah, and then I've got silicone as well to seal it afterwards.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know. I couldn't remember what the skating boards were. Whether they were. Is it skating boards in the bathroom?
Do you know what? I can't remember.
But yeah, don't worry. And then she mentioned something about carpet, sticky double-sided carpet tiles or something.
Oh right, no, it's like a big long.
Yeah, no, I know the vinyl, but in another room, she was after. So have a look at that before you go. See what it is.
Yeah, no problem.
Because I've not seen it. She just mentioned it, and I was like, oh well, I'll get you to have a look while you're there, sort of thing. But
Yeah,
do you think you'll have the vinyl done today then?
Should do, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sound?
Cool. Alright, mate.
All right. I'll see you in a bit.
See you soon.
Bye, mate. So Scott is at a say an emergency job. It was a customer I'd done a call out for with a bathroom, and then they wanted more work. And it's one of those things that when you go in I wouldn't say I went above. Well, they thought I went above and beyond on the call out. So then they kept my number and whatever, and they were like, yeah. And then they asked us to do some other stuff. And now, unfortunately, the husband's had a stroke, and they need the bathroom floor doing. So it was all floorboards when I went round, and they said, oh, we're planning on getting this and that done. And then now, obviously with this happening, they were like, right, we need to do it ASAP. Any chance you can fit us in? He's coming back from hospital, like, yesterday he was. And so we were like, look, let me let me see if we can do it. So it's good having Scott and Mick in, because I've just sent Scott round and he's just, as you heard, he's gone already. Had a look. He's coming back now with the plywood. He's going to ply all the floor and then put the vinyl down. Hopefully get that done today, and they'll be, you know, they'll be happy. It's nice when you can fit in little emergency jobs like that, but it is hard because it demands like the skilled people to do it. So now Scott's not on the student job, but I'm hoping Sam doesn't mind, because that one's nearly, the student one should nearly be done now, because I think we're on about 120 grand we're up to at the minute in what we've spent on that, which is what the smaller ones normally cost. So this one's a bit bigger on this road, so I'm going to say it's 15% bigger. So maybe that's why it's going to be sort of maybe 10% more. I'd say, yeah. I'd like to think that it'll get done this week and we'll be around about 130. So fingers crossed for that, and then let's go now. 9:30. 9:30, just faffing around for me. Let's go and see how they're getting on the extension. Hopefully they're plastering the kitchen today. What you got to do, you got to go and put pressure on the plasterers, because plasterers love an excuse. They love to prep. Like prepping, like, you know, I understand prepping, like if you don't prep it ends up being like worse a job or takes longer or whatever. However, there's definitely times where like you can prep something in 10 minutes and instead it takes a couple of hours, and then you're reduced to, oh, I can't put another mix on today because I've been prepping. So it's just giving them that, meeting there in the morning and go, right, what are you getting done today? And if they turn around and go, I'm going to plaster one wall, I'll be like, they'll see my face and be like, oh yeah, we'll get those 4 walls done. So yeah, let's go and put some pressure on people. So Ronnie's gone to get beads, hasn't he? And we're gonna get, really, you're planning on getting hit today? Starting the skylight. Let me just phone Barclays. And Kev's putting a mix on here. And then I've got to get all the electrics and plumbing done in here. But let me speak to Barclays first, because they're really annoying.
But the payment you're making is genuine. The scams we see are highly professional. In some instances, they are claiming to be bank staff, police officers, requesting you to move money from your account. And in some cases, you may be offered services, goods, or an investment that they have no intention of supplying. Okay?
Yep.
Okay. Scammers are clever, and they can also intercept emails and invoices and change the details to their own. These scammers appear to be genuine. They will aim to convince you that they're sending money for a legitimate purpose, which turns out to be fraudulent. It's important that you responded to our questions swiftly and taken the time to think about what we've discussed today in relation to who and why you're making this payment. Once the transaction's gone through, if it turns out to be fraud, there's no guarantee we'll be able to recover your money for you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, no problem. And based on our conversation today, are you happy for me to proceed and mark payment as genuine for you?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Now just give me... Thank you. Give me a few seconds. Hello, can you hear me, Mr. Owen?
Yep.
Thank you. And you're purchasing a new excavator or it's an old one?
New.
A new one. 30% is, that means you're paying 4,000 something right now. Let me check to the correct amount. £4,978.60. So what is the full amount of it?
$20,000.
$20,000. In pounds it comes around to be, I believe,
18,000.
Correct. Let me check. And do you know, like, it's how many tons excavator is it? Like 20 tons, 21 ton. What is the weight of
2.8.
2.8 tons?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for providing all the information. I appreciate that. Okay, so I have already marked the payment as genuine. I believe the payment was already cancelled. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll remove the blocks from your account if there are any, and you can definitely use your account normally and try to make the payment again. Okay.
I've got to make the payment again.
Yeah. First, I'll check the status of the payment. Give me a few seconds. Okay. If it's not cancelled, then you can. Then I'll check the status. Give me a few seconds.
It took me ages to do that.
I definitely understand your point, but what happened is, there are a lot of scams and frauds going on nowadays.
Yeah.
You just want your money to be safe, and I understand it might have caused you inconvenience, but I assure you it was all for your safety. Okay.
Yeah, I understand. So can I do the payment now? Because the company's waiting
if
for.
You can definitely.
The
definitely.
company's.
I'll stay online for you if you want.
You can't do the payment for me.
No, I won't, because it's an international payment, and secondly, we are not trained on account transfer from the fraud team. That's why.
Okay.
But you can do that. I'll stay online for you. Okay.
No, I've got to use my phone, and it takes me ages to write everything back down, and then put it all in, and then use me pin century, and then use that, and then transfer it to that, and then.
I understand. No problem. If you want, you can try it later on. Okay.
Okay, I'll try it now after this call.
No problem. Thank you so much. Is there anything I can help you with today?
That's great. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for your patience, Mr. Rowan. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye.
I spent ages doing that payment yesterday, and I had to it was like, you can't pay Hong Kong on the app. It doesn't come up as a country, and then they don't tell you that. So then you ring up and they go, oh yeah, you have to pay Hong Kong on your desktop, or you can try it over the phone. Tried it over the phone. They went, oh, you can't do Hong Kong over the phone. You've got to do it on your desktop. So I was like, well, I haven't got my desktop. And oh, you can do it on the web browser on your phone, but then you need to use your phone to put the information. So every time you log off, it loses it, and then you get timed out. And then, so yesterday was an absolute, and then now I've just done that, and I'm chasing the company up in China for delivery, and they're like, we haven't even got your deposit. And I'm like, why haven't you got the deposit? Phone up, and they're like, oh yeah, we blocked that because it was suspicious. And I'm like, oh, I get it, they're doing it for your good, but it's frustrating as hell. We're getting somewhere now. I don't reckon that's a health and safety thing, is it? On your thumb. Oh, show YouTube what you've done. Oh, lad. How'd you do it?
Don't ask me.
Don't ask you. Kev's in his zone, aren't you? Do you prefer skimming over boarding?
I do.
It's good to see you laughing after this morning. You were stressed out this morning, weren't you?
Yeah. I deal with stress.
I think I was passing on my stress that we've been on this job for how long have we been on it now, Ron, without a payment? We went through each stage and it was like we had a payment almost every week, and then we done electrics, plumbing, plasterboard and plastering, insulation, and we haven't done any of them. So we've gone when was the last time we ticked one off? Was the roof? When did we do that? Weeks, innit? If that house didn't sell, we wouldn't be on here. Eh? Wouldn't have had any money. To... That's my job, yeah. Oh, and then, have you got your multi-tool? We'll swap that for a double gang. I've just bought them then. Just before we forget, because otherwise they'll start skimming. Yeah, same way, so bring them through the same one. So feed on the left, lights on the right. That's where Phil got mixed up with the other one. So that's live, so don't
Okay,
Yeah. So we always bring your feed through on the left. And then so when I come to wire it, I look at that and I go, I know that that's going into one side and they're going into the lights. So that's what powers.
So do you want it to
Yeah, just cuts, you know.
yeah, so I mean,
Keep that in the middle, I'd say. But bear in mind that the door frame goes on the arc. Yeah, so keep it in the middle, yeah. That'd be sound. And then let's have a look at how Paul's getting on. So this bit's all skimmed now. So all upstairs is totally done now. We're just waiting for that to dry. Paul has insulated the roof, and then we're going to put like a stud wall, well, a false ceiling in here to here, level with the bottom where we're going to plasterboard to, so that it's one face for skimming. And then we're going to insulate on top of that as well. And then I've finished the electrics on here. Steve is going to start boarding. What's up? The back boxes, grabbed them now. Bill's test today. Oh, I'm putting it.
I'm sure to get into now. Sure it's Friday. Why?
Oh, I thought he was ringing me saying he'd passed his test. What do you reckon? Was it Friday?
Hello.
Hello. Was your test today?
No, my test's been cancelled. It was Thursday and it's been
Oh.
cancelled again.
I promise you, I am trying to make this less of a van blog than a bloody construction blog, but I've just finished on the extension job. I had to stay late. It's what? Nearly 5. I've got to shoot to town again for another call out. And Paul swapped the glass over today, which is good. So all the window. Oh no, sorry, we've still got the other glass to swap. When the, I don't know what's happening with that. When they're gonna deliver that again. The third set of glass. But the ones for the windows that were damaged in transit, they've brought in and Paul swapped them out, which is good. So that's done. And then I've just been doing the plumbing to the shower. Now, normally you have, a surface mounted shower. It's dead easy. You bring the pipes down, the elbow out. You have a little tool that sets the pipes out the right distance for the shower mixer, and that's your standard thing. But these have got a concealed shower, which is just loads more work for the plumber. And to be honest, I haven't really charged them anything for this. It's like I've spent like half a day messing around trying to do it, and it does require a lot of like thinking, and you've got to think of the next steps. And so I've tried to do it in plastic pipe, and I've got brass fittings, and so we'll test that out. Oh, and I've just left the water off to the house. Right, I better go back, wait in this queue, and then go round the roundabout and go back so I can put the water back on. Andy, you idiot! And I'm going to be late for this call out, and it's Rachel's birthday tomorrow, and I'm meant to be having taken the day off. However, no one can do any work on that job unless I'm there. So I've never seen them before, that's the first. So we found like a pump that the ice machine drains into, and then when it gets to a certain level it pumps it up into the drain, which is, so there you go. I've learned something new today. Never seen them before. But yeah, that's quite cool, isn't it? So we just tested it then by tilting it up. Might not have enough water in now. Yeah. But yeah, we know it works, so a bit of a unique, I've never had to put one in like that before. I don't even know where they got that hose from.
Yeah, kind of brought it.
Was it? But, right, that's time for me to go home. Right, I'm just on another call out, and basically these systems, so he says it's a bar, and the bar is, well, it's nothing at the minute because I've got the sensor that reads the bar, so let me see if I put that in, maybe it gives a reading of 0. I pop it back in. So if I pop it back in, we're getting 0.1, which we were getting 0.0 before. So what happens is this gets clogged, which I've just got this side of it, however, like not the cotton bud, but the dirt on it. We're just going to try and clean this out properly, and then hopefully that solves it, because it's reading 0.01 now, which is a good thing because it means the sensor's working, hopefully. So we're just going to clear it off now and see if we can put it back in. So we've cleaned the sensor, put it back in, and hey presto, we're on 1.9 now. So the tenant is just going to go and bleed the radiators, and you'll see this drop as he does that, and I'm just going to keep topping it up with the filling loop here. So this system is electric only, so they've got no gas at this property, so it's just mains water and electric, and they've got hot water is from this cylinder, so you've got 2 thermostats, and the central heating is also done by obviously electric. So we should see this drop once he starts bleeding them. I'm just going to get the cover back on now. Let me go the other side of that. Oh no, I don't want to be this side of that. So as you can see, it's dropping down. So you want this to be about 1.5, so I've got it up to 1.9, knowing that he's going to drain the rads. So there you go. It'll keep dropping as he's obviously pulling air out the system. And we want it to stay at 1.5, and then he'll have hot water then. Not hot water, hot central heating, so it's been freezing the last few days. Wednesday morning, and it's Rachel's birthday today, so I wasn't meant to be in work today. However, I've got to go in, otherwise the lads will not be able to carry on. However, I've been out this morning, and it's so difficult when you get older, isn't it, to buy your other half like presents and stuff. So all I've done is I've got us some flowers, and I've just made us some scrambled egg on toast and a cup of coffee, and hopefully it's the thought that counts, isn't it? So I'm gonna go and take this up to her now, and then I'm gonna shoot to the extension job and just try my best to be as efficient as possible and hammer through the electrics, plumbing, and just get everything ready for the lads to just board for today, and then hopefully I can relax and not worry about coming back to any mistakes or whatever, and hopefully the plasterers will crack on. Let's go. Which I'm guessing you didn't want.
Doesn't know.
Alright, don't really see them. But for anyone who doesn't know, yeah, there's the 2 things off them. I think these are good, aren't they? They're miles better than what people normally do, sticking pipes out the wall.
The only problem is our pipes aren't rigid. So I'll just have to like pull them tight so they're like pulling against themselves, if that makes sense. Like the joint in the wall, pulling against the plasterboard, and this is then pulling it.
But yeah, obviously that's your tap connector, rather than, and obviously isolator, so rather than a morning.
Right.
Yeah, I just tried to turn that with one hand, but I couldn't. There you go, I can. So they'll come out the wall looking nicer rather than...
They look good.
Yeah. Rather than... And, like, if you ever did a call out, you know, like the amount of calls I go to where like a flexi's gone and there's water, and they're going, I don't know how to turn it off. And it's just those isolators with a flathead. Whereas these, anyone would look at that and go, just turn it off. So it would save people a lot of damage, but this is the idea that you obviously got your waste coming out nice, your pipes coming out nice, and then these two pop over. And then these just connect up the top there then. So that's what we're going for. Looks nice, this one, doesn't it? I really do like these, you know. Miles better than the last ones we used to do.
Solid. Less bits that will need cleaning.
Yeah. And they look more.
Black, so you can't see the mould.
They look more posh, don't they?
Yeah.
Sound. So what's left on here now then? Because I've got to shoot through the extension job. Morning.
Just flooring in.
A bit of architrave,
We can't really
flooring in.
do much more in the kitchen until the boiler's done because we've got to like pull that worktop out to run it out so they can get it on.
Where's the boiler going?
Back corner.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying, isn't it?
So like we haven't screwed it all together so the worktops come out.
Yeah,
That base unit come out.
I get you, but then that's stopping you from
Yeah.
really finishing it. Yeah. Looking good. And I've seen the video you sent yesterday of upstairs. It's like basically done now, isn't it?
Just maybe set the screws in so they didn't have any fillet. And they don't have any in stock. They don't have any in stock.
MDL
And no one sells the fillet.
on its own. That's annoying, isn't it? Just get them in and then we'll put them in afterwards.
Strangely, MDL don't sell it.
It normally comes with it, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, just get them in so that we can get it done. Sad. So am I booking work in for Monday or next week after Monday or?
That'll be pretty close.
I've got a damp proof job on Monday.
Maybe everyone there, yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Sad. See you in a bit. So this is what I was doing yesterday and it's like, it is I'm not going to lie, it is annoying doing these ones, but obviously they look better. So they wanted we said to them about blocking all the light off here, just having a glass screen and you can have a normal shower. So obviously pipes just come out, put caps on, like that. And then when you come to do it, you can literally buy these things that slip over the tiles and then you haven't got to get the depths absolutely perfect where your shower's going. However, they didn't want that one because it's like when you turn the shower on, you get wet. So they wanted a concealed one. So they wanted to come in, be able to turn it on. Obviously the head will finish about there, come down. But it just meant we had to build this stud wall, and we couldn't build this stud wall until all this was boarded. And it was, we had to put a plasterboard in here. Now, I know people are probably thinking we could use moisture board in the shower. However, I don't know. It's something I've never really remembered to do. Maybe I should start doing it. Is it that much more resistance? It's only when we're cutting it and stuff, like the fireboard and the other boards and stuff like that, you can feel a difference. The moisture board, I've never really I've seen ones where we've been pulling it out and it's soft and wet, and so I don't know. But obviously it's obviously called moisture board for a reason. So maybe we should start using them in these areas, or cement board even better. But in terms of this mixer, you've obviously got hot, so it should be labelled on it, hot, and then that one will say cold. So we've got hot and cold feed. Now, I don't normally like using plastic into brass. However, I've given it another go on this. These ones should be okay because they're not under as much pressure, but obviously these ones are under constant pressure. Because obviously at some point it has got to swap from plastic to that, so we could either do that or you can put a copper bit in. But I think the problem is when you over tighten them, you can over tighten the plastic into the brass. But yeah, and then it's just obviously seeing what they want. So they want the handheld here, so that's what that'll be. So with these ones, you've got to actually set the depths, because when that's boarded, that'll come to there, and then they've got bits that screw on there that then gives you like a plate that you can get the depth right. However, these ones have got to be on at the sort of right depth that you want, because when you put your plasterboard on and then you tile, sometimes people can set these, well, you can only get them where your plasterboard can bridge that, you see, so that we can't get it any further out than that. But we've had them before where we've had them set it like that, and then by the time the plasterboarded and tiled, sometimes the bits don't thread in properly. And then I've had to do one for the waterfall one, so I've just put a threaded bit on here. Oh, and I need to screw that, so it needs to be like screwed in so that it doesn't move. Obviously when you're screwing the head in, you don't want your shower head to be wobbly. And then obviously that one comes up, there comes out. Sometimes you can have ceiling ones, but if anyone can think of a better way of doing these, you know, I just think they're a bit of a ball ache. I definitely haven't priced for doing this type of shower, because this has took me probably half a day to faff, well, probably more than half a day to faff around with this and then doing the stud wall. Whereas we would have just been, you know, pipes out. We wouldn't have even fitted the shower tray, we'd have just done the pipes out, put the plumbing in for that, and then obviously the bathroom fitters would have come, fitted the shower tray, done the plumbing bit, second fix plumbing. So we've done a lot more than probably what we were meant to. But it means that the lads can carry on. I nearly forgot, hey Phil, we need to do an outdoor socket. So one of those we'll drill through the back, run a cable out, and then we'll fit the back outdoor socket. But I think she wants it round the side of the walkway. So just drill through one of these that we've already got. Yeah, you can drill through the back of the back box, and then obviously the cable just comes through then and spares off it. Sound? Yeah, we're getting there now, aren't we? So plastering's going. Used to doing the last boards, aren't you? And they're just double boarding around obviously the steel, so you've got to have an hour's protection around steel, so you can either do a pink board or 2 plasterboard. And yeah, we're getting there now. And the kitchen's nearly done. It's a good sign, isn't it? And then I've just finished that, so Phil's now insulating and boarding the bathroom, and I've just done the outdoor tap, and Phil's going to do the outdoor socket.
I'm on here, so you make you call to the disabled people on that.
Yeah, and then we can insulate all of this and get the ceiling boarded now that we've done all the electrics and plumbing ticked off, and that's the next milestone. And then we've got this room can be completely boarded now, so finish that plumbing bit so that can be insulated and boarded. So yeah, I'm 10 minutes late, well 12 minutes late. I'm gonna go and take Rachel out now for the birthday. That's it for, what day are we on? Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah. Right, before I go to work, I'm just filling out this 3D container calculator tool, which is great because you put in all your dimensions, what they are, and then you press next. Oh no, it hasn't gone back, has it? There we go. Loading the cargo, yeah, don't need any of them. Oh no, it's gone back to the start. Oh, oh, there we go, it's got them. So you put all your details in like this. Just yeah, loaded in. Auto. There's all the dimensions. You click next. And why does it keep doing that? Why is it doing this to me? I just had it working before. Right, I've done it again. You had to sign up. Basically, you got 1 free, and then you had to like register with them, which was free anyway. But so we've done that. Let's see, we're going to be on pallet. Say that's how big the pallet's going to be. It's going to auto select. I'll do it anyway. Go on. They're the directions. Obviously, the excavator can't be going up any other way. That's too tall anyway. So hopefully this will work now, and it should load and then give us a little 3D. Oh, what have we got here? What have we missed here? Why has it missed all them off? Oh, this was working perfect before. Now, it doesn't want to know. Now I am dead late now. Nearly 10 o'clock and I haven't even left the house. Whose fault's that? Someone didn't change the keys on the battery on the key fob, even though it's been warning for 6 months to be changed.
My job.
Whose job is it? And I've got to go and get my van from your mum's now. So I'm literally going to be doing half a day in work now.
Not my fault.
It's not. But did you have a good birthday?
Yes, thank you.
And I'm back in the house because the car won't open. And I think I've just made a silly mistake of swapping the battery. However, they come with this sticker on. I didn't take the sticker off. So I reckon if I put this back in now, it'll work. Because I've just tested the battery and it's saying it's good. But the old one in it was totally dead. Yeah, that one's dead. Right, I finally made it to work and I'm just at the yard getting a pallet of 300 bricks for one of my mates. So he was doing a job. We've actually got some of these bricks off him, so it seems only fair that I'm able to obviously give him some back. Right, I've just been to my mum's and jump started the car and I am finally going to go to work now because I've just been doing loads of crappy stuff. Well, I haven't even got my van yet. I need to go and get my van. So we're back on the extension job and what they want to do is the customer actually wants rid of the curves. They don't like them. So we're doing these square and then what we're going to be doing is knocking off the old curves and obviously plastering them square. However, we'll have to work around that, won't we? And we just had the old alarm there and Kev wasn't sure whether it was still active or not, so we pulled it off and obviously it's been cut because I knew at the board there was no alarm. So we've just put a little bit of plasterboard in and I'm going to scrim it now and then he's got something to plaster up to. Yeah. The dog.
Station, may you please confirm your full name, your job title in the business, and today's full date, including the year, please?
Yeah, it's Andrew Owens. I'm the director of AJ Owens Builders, and the date is I don't know what the date is actually. It's the 13th, is it? 13th of February 2025.
Thank you. Congratulations, you're now fully compliant, and this is valid until the 13th of February 2026. Then, as I mentioned earlier into the call, I sent over an email containing our Compliance and Security Manager app. If you have a desktop close by, I can assist in installing this application today, if that's okay.
I haven't got a desktop nearby, no, sorry, I'm mobile.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. So I'll just provide a recap of what we completed today. We completed your profile, walked you through your security assessment, then attest to your compliance for the next year. We'll reach out to you whenever anything is needed
included on the account. Also, you must apply an information security policy that accurately reflects your business and that is updated if any relevant changes occur throughout the year. Have you any questions based on what we covered today?
No, that's fine, thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.
And you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So that was obviously we're a business, we've got a card holder or a card reader, and that was the compliance team for the card reader to make sure that we're still compliant. This is filling and let me in. Yes. No. He's trying to undertake me. And yeah, we still are. I mean, we don't really, obviously, for businesses that are storing details and, you know, repeat purchases and stuff like that, we don't really do any of that. It's just you know, you're with someone, you give them the card reader, they put it in, chip and pin, bang, they get a receipt. You can email the receipt to them now, which is good. It's mainly for the call outs, which I've not really been doing that many of, so it's not really been as used as it probably should be, because we pay about £25 a month to have the card reader, so you've got to be using the transactions a lot to get any sort of benefit out of it. But the one I've got has got 3 SIM cards in it, so you can get some that link to your mobile phone that then use your signal. But if you're somewhere trying to take a payment and you've got no signal, and you know, you're saying, oh, can you just walk around the block with me while I try and get a signal, it's not very professional. So I always thought it was better having the 3 SIM cards one, which is like the best one you can get in terms of you'll always have a signal. And I haven't had an issue with it, to be fair, so I can't complain. We use Take Payments, so I'd recommend them if anyone was looking to get one. That I'm sure they say if you take £2,500 or 1,500 quid or £2,500, I've got in my head as the magic number, that if you take that many payments that it becomes worthwhile doing that. Otherwise you can get some that you subscribe to that are free and you just pay a fee for each time you use it, whereas I think we pay a fee plus £25 a month. But yeah, I am on the way to a few snaggy jobs that I've just been building up, that I've been saying I'm going to do and I haven't, and the lads seem to be doing well on the extension job now. I've sort of gone in and firefighting a few little bits that make the job look a bit better and prevent any, you know, future issues. But from now it's literally, you know, plasterboard and skim. So the lads who are there now should be able to do that, and yeah, it won't be far off, that one. So we're only doing that job until a skimmed and painted stage. So once we finish skimming, we'll leave it and then come back and we'll spray everything white, see if there's anywhere that needs touching up or anything, and then there'll be a happy customer. I think they've asked us to do, it probably always does happen, but they've asked us to try and do a few more bits as well, so we'll see whether we can do them as well. Stuff like door frames, maybe skirts and arcs. I think the dad's going to do the flooring, but they want us to self-level the original house, because we've got the extension obviously level with the DPC on the outside. However, the inside house is it's a bit up and down, so they want us to self-level it so that the dad can come in and do the flooring for them. Right, let's go and see what these snaggy jobs are. So I've just been to the Cozy Living job, the knock-through job it was that we done a few months ago, and yeah, they said that they've had some like mice or something in somewhere, and they were thinking they were coming from the holes in the back of the toilet, but the toilet on the ground floor, it's a concrete slab, so I'm pretty confident nothing's coming through there. There's no chew holes through the pipe work, anything like that. So all I've done is I've just obviously foamed around the pipes, and then I've put some white, I hate doing this, I absolutely hate it. However, it's a proper, you know, landlord's job of like putting fascia to cover the pipe work so it looks a bit better. Now, I'd have just got a close coupled toilet, one that with a back to wall, one that covers all the pipes. That's why we do it, so that you don't see any of that. But obviously we didn't order the fittings for that one. Now I'm just at the flats now. They've got some, I've bought some treads noses to go on the carpets, because in hindsight I didn't know, but you've got to have a change in material or colour or something on the end of stairs for commercial. So let's go and have a look, see if we can swap that. And I think I've got a tank to connect as well. So let's see how we go. We need that, the flathead, I think that's it. So that is the new tank, because one of the elements was on it, well, there's a new element, a new everything. However, they sent someone from the Housing Association to do it and they messed it all up. So I've ended up just buying a new one because I don't want to faff around. And these are the stair treads I've got. I think they're quite nice, aren't they? And one thing I'm happy about is, look, these are aluminium. So I'm thinking, oh, it's going to take me ages to cut these. However, it's not, because they fit on. So let's get these on. Right, there's one down. So they screw straight into, obviously, the tread of the... And then I just got to try and figure out how to get this rubber in nice. Hopefully it goes in nice through the... past these screws, but I had a little go at trying... No, see. I had a little go at trying to, like, bend it in, but I don't know if there's a... Oh, there we go. Right, should be able to get one side in and then try and squeeze the other side in. Right, one down, 52 more to go. There's 4 stories on this house. Let's have a little... See, that's a bit more grippy, isn't it, than the end of the carpet sound. Wow, I seriously underestimated how long it'd take me to screw these on. So I started putting the rubbers back in, however that was taking me longer and still not in properly. So I'm gonna ring the company and ask if there's like a... Is there like a trick to getting them in rather than ruining my nails? And whether... So I just started screwing them, the actual bits on, because I want to make sure that they're on properly, because if I send someone else to do it and they just screw them in half-arsed and then someone's walking down and one comes off and they fall down, it's like you're putting them on to make it better, and it could end up making it even worse. So I've only got up to the first floor and I'm absolutely shattered walking up and down. But I think it's something I'm going to have to come back and do with someone else, hopefully. And maybe bring like a little rubber mallet or something to hit these rubbers back in with. Or maybe I can get someone else to do them whilst I do the tank in the staff toilet. So one thing as I'm leaving, I noticed on the sheets it said that to realign the door. And I was thinking, what's up with the door? It's opening and closing fine. And then I've seen this gap. Oh, no way, shut up, City. And you can see that the door has come away that much at the bottom, and it's snapped here where someone's obviously booted the door. You can see where someone's kicked it and it's actually come away at the bottom. So I'm gonna have to unscrew that and get the bottom back in, and it's annoying that, because that's a brand new, you know, solid UPVC door. Someone's took a chunk out of it there as well. Frustrating. Right, I'll have to add that to the list. Friday morning, and I've just come to the yard and I've just took a pallet of bricks that I'm going to go and drop off for my mate. He did try and come and collect it yesterday, however could not get it in his van. I think when we counted them and weighed them, and I was like, mate, you're gonna be over the limit, because he had a whacker plate in there as well. So I said, look, leave it, tomorrow morning I'll come and I'll drop this pallet off. I'll drop the trailer off and then just give us a ring when it's done. I'll pick it up end of the day. So I've left my watch as well. Right, let's go and drop this off and get to the extension job and see how the lads are getting on. Right, so this is the job they're doing. I think they've had to rebuild. They've actually got loads of bricks in the skip, which is weird. But I've dropped the trailer off, and then I say I'll pick it up later on. And hopefully, you know, help them out. Just on the extension job still, but money does not sit in the bank for long, because I've just agreed a deal on another site which I'm excited about, and I'll share it with you soon, because hopefully it'll be a quick one where, you know, it's a cash purchase and there won't be many searches or anything on it, that we can move quickly on it. So, but yeah, just sat in the van for about an hour, so going back and forth, and eventually, hopefully we've agreed something, so we'll get it into solicitors. And then I need to also ring about another 3 deals that are the biggest ones we've ever done, so fingers crossed they come off. Just patching up the hallway now, aren't we? So Ronnie's breaking tools. Ronnie's breaking the end of the tools. Kev wants me to leave the job and go and buy some bonding and start bonding all these curves in. However, we've come up with score the back of a plasterboard so it can bend, and then I've just drilled some holes now, and I'm gonna foam in the gaps. Hold on a sec. Hi mate, you okay? Right, I have forgot yesterday, so I've talked about it a lot, about going forward, how do we grow, how do we do this, how do we do that, and it's about where do we fit in the market, what's our niche, what's our strengths, weaknesses, like what are we good at, what are we not. So I think going forward I've got this bigger picture of everything, and everything's reliant on me being able to do this app. So some people talk about stuff, I talk about a lot of stuff and then don't end up doing it, and you know, I didn't want this app to be that. So I done it with the yard. I used to talk about having a yard for ages, and I think, oh yeah, one day I'll have a yard, and then I sold a house and remortgaged ours, and I was like, right, let's just do it. Let's not talk about it, let's just do it. And obviously went and got the yard. So I've put a deposit down the other day on this app. So I'm going to pay it over in different stages of the development, but I just wanted to make sure that I committed to it, because you can talk about things and if you don't follow through with them, it's just, it's faff, isn't it? You're just talking for the sake of it. Loads of people have brilliant ideas. I always think about like when people patent ideas, and I think, imagine the ideas that people were too scared to take the leap and do. But this app's like crucial to us going forward and growing, and the bigger picture of what I want to do. And I think that chatting to obviously different people and obviously trying to negotiate with stuff and chatting to people, and they say, oh look, what do you do, and you're going away and you're telling them, and they're all saying, look, yeah, we'd buy into that. So I think there's a bigger picture here that if I can get my head round, and if I can get this app to do some of the jobs that I want it to do for me, it'll make everything easier for everyone. Right, enough talking about faff. We'll see whether the people so I've got a company on Fiverr, so I don't know if anyone's ever used Fiverr or Freelance. They're different apps, put you in touch with some people all over the world, and there's a reason big companies outsource their telecommunications and their hotlines and their complaint lines and whatever else to different countries. So I think this fella's in Pakistan, the company who are doing it. They've got 60 staff. They've got all 5-star reviews, like hundreds of reviews of people who they've built apps for. So for me, I think it's a you know, it's not as much of a gamble as you'd probably think, you know, just sending someone money in Pakistan and hoping for the best. So if anyone's not used them, I'd recommend them. I've done a few bits for planning and whatever on the Fiverr and freelance app, you know, logos for stuff if you need any little bits doing, and it's quick as well, rather than, you know, speaking to an architect who wants this and that doing, and then you go back and forth and you're with emails. And if only we could have the planning permission was done in Pakistan, because then it would probably be done a lot quicker. Is this car going? Nope. But yeah, I'm just come to Beasley and Files now to pick up 6 more plasterboard, and then that should be all the plasterboard done on this job. So fingers crossed, because otherwise we're going to end up with a tipper full of plasterboard. Right, let's go. I haven't done a video for ages, but Steve's finally got this room ready, haven't you? I don't want to jinx it. We've got 3 beads to go on. So what we've done is we put these on, and then this gap now is the exact width of the door frame there. So you can see from there to there should be 138, which is what the door frame comes. Door frame goes in, it'll come out, and on this side we'll have architrave going round that'll cover that gap between the door frame and the plastering, so it'll all be nice and flush then. And how else have we got on? Just turn that music off here. Who's it?
It's in that room there.
Just ask him to turn that off for us. What have you done to your leg? Rolled it? How'd you roll your ankle plastering?
She didn't lift it before, like Bambi.
We were just tidying up, and we were saying that, like, you've got a triple mop where Kev's been, and he's denying it. However, you can see now. You can see where Kev's been. Look.
No.
No.
No, that was somebody else.
That was someone else.
Always blame somebody else.
Oh, and we've got this bit ready for skimming. So we're going to try and make a thing out of that. Kev's done here. We've just got this one to do. However, we're going to leave that. Once this, we're going to clear all this to this side of the room, and we're going to knock all the curves out of this room so that it matches the rest of the extension. And then in here we are dot and dabbing, nearly there. So next week we'll be, I reckon, end of next week. What do you reckon, Kev? End of next week we'll be skimmed on here, won't we? Done. Yeah. 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 I like it. And we just need a good tidy up then, don't we? Where are we up to on here? Looking good. Architraves are on round the door. What do you reckon? It looks kind of good, doesn't it? It does look like a feature, doesn't it, with the brick? And boilers in, working. Yeah. Oh, what hot it is. So we got a new ideal. I think he's got a 12-year guarantee on that. So then, what have you just got? The kitchen?
We can come back and finish the kitchen now. Splashbacks, hobs, sink, appliances. That skirting board can go on now. Just select them off while you're testing the gas main.
And then what have we got? A bit of skirting in here?
It's just like silicon in the bathrooms and kind of decorating it.
Yeah. Sounds. Have we got trims for the?
Yeah, we got stepped over.
Yeah. Sounds. Which one's used prefer? Which bathroom?
Which bathroom?
Or shower room? I said once they're all in, they won't look that much different, but I think that one looks good because it blends with. Do you like the one with the panelling?
All the units are all on one side.
Yeah. You're looking a bit smart for work, mate. Yeah. Aren't you?
I just changed.
Except he's in charge.
Changing that time.
It's only you because you come with money.
Yeah.
You hit this clipboard when you turned up. Let's see if you move from
Building inspector. Sound? Oh, and we've painted the doors as well. Lads like this bathroom. Bit of an odd shape, but yeah, I do like this. I just don't like these internal trims. If there was a way of us, you can't see them now, but you can't really tell. And then we just need a bit of silicone at the top there, don't we? But yeah, I see a lot of little bits that need filling and painting. Fire strips to go on. So I'm saying we've probably got another few days maybe. I'm going to say I'd like this house to be completely done Wednesday, including the garden as well. But yeah, good end to the week. What do you reckon? Tuesday, Wednesday Wednesday finished?
Yeah, Max thinks so,
Yeah? And just the garden then? What we do, probably. Why don't we try concrete printing it?
Maybe that's like a concrete print house, just bring it through the house, isn't it?
No, go in the alleyway.
Seen the alleyway?
Yeah, but I'm going to bring you through the outside.
No.
But it's a thing enough one to try, isn't it?
What do you want to try?
Imprinted concrete.
Alright.
I've got the stamps, yeah. So it might be worth doing it, because we did try it last time, but we didn't do it thick enough, did we? We only done like a 50mm. If you need 100mm for it to, like, once it's starting to set, you need that fat that you press into.
You've got to catch it.
Have you been painting the doors? Mate, look at this.
I know,
hey, the reason I got black was so that it hid the marks, and you've got to put white paint on them.
I got a black hoodie and it's in a white gloss, and it was like, yeah.
Lewis looked like that after that 10 minutes.
Give him next job, give him the black one. So he's going to go with
We'll
it.
gloss the gate.
Oh, are they the splashbacks?
The other side.
100%. Alright. Cool. Sound? Looking good, isn't it?
No, it is, yeah.
Wedding is done.
What do we say to people who are enjoying the channel?
Polish.
Polish power.
How'd you say subscribe in Polish?
There are some words that hard to translate.
Is it?
Yeah.
Subscribe's one of them.
Subscribe is like podpisz.
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 Well. A good end to the week for me. And, well, not quite. I'm going to a block of flats that has a loose tap on the way home. So, that should hopefully be an easy fix. But yeah, you know, Ben has, you know, he's done an amazing job there, and it's for me, there's nothing better than, you know, we've had people in over the years who think that, like, you know, like you're all about money or you're all about whatever, and you know, Ben's just like a class act in terms of, he come in with me, it might be 8 years ago maybe, which is insane, and he was on like 60 quid a day, and now he's worked his way up. He's like the top earner. He's on the same money as me, and I don't even know if there's any more I can do to sort of keep him happy. But yeah, to think that he's basically done that job. Like he's ran that job on his own, really. I've not really had much input on it, so it's great. It's like, that's what I had in mind when we had Mick and Scott as well. So Scott is actually coming back in with us. They've got a week of work together that they committed to someone, and then he's coming back in the next following Monday, which again is a massive help sort of thing, having skilled people like that. And Scott's another one who, he come in as a labourer and just pick stuff up, and people always say, like, why do I bother trying to like help people learn and whatever, why not just get trades in to do it? And it's because of people like Ben and Scott and a few others we've had over the years that come in and they want to learn and they pick it up and you show them it and they go, oh right, oh is that because of that, and you go, yeah, and you see the light bulb moment, and then that's it, they know it, then they pick it up and take it forward. And hopefully we can, which way, mate? That way. Hopefully we can help Scott in the same way we've helped Ben, because Ben has actually built his own extension from start to finish, which again for me is amazing to think that like he's come in with not like a what would you call it, a toolbox of skills, and you know I've just helped him add to it to the point where he's been able to build his own extension on his house, and his family are now have got a better house and are living better than what they were before obviously done the extension. So yeah, stuff like that is why I do it. Maybe it's because my family are all teachers, maybe there is some sort of genetic or environment thing about you wanting to help people learn. But then again, I think that's just general life, isn't it? That everything is about learning and passing on knowledge before you die. And hopefully we can do more of that. And another thing on that is the app. Oh, the kids are in trouble with the police here. Is the app is going to have a bit on it where it's sharing all my and everyone who works for me, their knowledge is going to go into the app. And there might be potential where we can maybe open the app up to the public to, if they want to build an extension, they can have a step-by-step guide, because there are step-by-step guides on YouTube, but not like day by day showing you, right, today we are doing this is what you look out for, these are the measurements, this is what you need, these are your materials, here's what we paid for them. Like, you know, let me know in the comments if you think that that would be beneficial to people out there, you know, DIY people who want to do certain jobs. If we just put videos and tutorials and experiences of everything we're doing as we're going through it, whether that'd be a help for people. Oh, it's one way, Ben, you know, isn't it? So yeah, let me know, because that's what we're heading towards. It's just, it'll take time and money, and it's one of these things that will grow hopefully. But yeah, really happy with this week, and hopefully next week will be even better. So as Pablo said, I can't even pronounce it again now, subscribe in Polish.
Subskrybować.
Alright, have a good weekend or whatever you're doing watching this, and thanks for watching.